Good afternoon. My name is Captain Brian Eschbach of the Ohio Army National Guard. Welcome to the Operation Enduring Freedom Call to Duty ceremony for the 371st Sustainment Brigade, Eagle 76. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce our first speaker, the Adjutant General for Ohio, Major General Deborah Ashenhurst.
Good afternoon. Boy, as I watched, standing up here and watching, I always get goosebumps. I can't tell you how many times I've been to these ceremonies. I always get goosebumps when that Army song starts and the soldiers march in. Judging by your reaction, I suspect some of those families out there had the same reaction. Wow, I didn't expect quite this large of a crowd today. I thought this was a smaller number of troops. We wouldn't get such a huge crowd, but what a great crowd it is. And thanks. It's certainly fitting that you're here to honor these soldiers as we're ready to send them off to war, but what an opportunity it'll be, what a great time it'll be a little less than a year from now when we're back here to welcome them home, won't it? You can react, nod your head. You don't have to clap, just, it will be wonderful to bring them back home. We don't want to lose focus on that. The National Guard celebrated our 376th birthday this past December. So for 376 years, citizen soldiers like these have answered the call to duty to defend this country. American soldiers have always been willing to put their boots on the ground and fight for the freedom and the way of life that we enjoy. These brave soldiers of the 371st, or Eagle 76, thanks for the sacrifices you've made thus far. You're going to make a big difference in protecting what we think of as in our endearing way of life, and the way to protect this great country of ours by putting your feet on foreign soil. There's a common thread connecting all these soldiers today, and they answer the call to duty because they believe in the old adage that freedom isn't free. And those are the freedoms we so easily take for granted. Our nation's armed forces are the greatest power in the world and will remain so because of courageous men and women who put on this uniform of the American military. Our National Guard is ready and relevant because of citizen soldiers like you. Our mission of when called, we respond with ready units to execute our federal, state, and community mission is certainly what this group of soldiers has done. They have been called, they are trained, and they are ready. I'd like to introduce, or at least acknowledge once again, Colonel Harrington Clemens and Master Sergeant Powers. Thanks for stepping up to the plate and taking this mission. The resiliency of these forces before you. This requirement for this mission has been so dynamic. You're on, you're off, you're on, you're off. But in this last 30 days to say you're on and get ready and go do the training you've done, obviously great leadership helped make that happen, and the resiliency and the flexibility of these forces before you, I am very grateful. I thank you for being willing to do this and for being so responsive and so flexible for us. We've asked much of you, and since receiving that mobilization order, you've spent long hours preparing for this deployment. It's been nothing short of spectacular, particularly in this given time frame. Your performance has been remarkable, and I want to let you know it did not go unnoticed. So how many of you this is truly your first deployment? Good. Second? Third? Oh Lord. Fourth? Holy cow, do I keep counting? Fifth? Oh, I have to tell the families, if they've gone on that many deployments, either they have a very specific specialty that we don't have anywhere else, or they've done so because they wanted to. That's really out of the norm, but certainly a sign of the patriotism that's exhibited by so many citizens in the state of Ohio. This new generation of warriors, and you're heroes, and I know that. The success of the training is because of the dedication of these soldiers. They're dedicated, they're professional, and they certainly are selfless in their service to our state and our nation. They deserve our respect and our admiration. Soldiers, you're all writing that next chapter, and you are part of the history when you answer this call to serve. But surrounding these great warriors are outstanding families. And you are making the supreme sacrifice, and I want to personally thank each of you for your dedication, for the sacrifices you've made in the past, yet particularly the sacrifices you're about to make in this next year. Our families serve today on the home front while our soldiers go overseas on their deployments. Your unwavering support allows them to focus on the mission at hand and ensure mission accomplishment so everybody comes home. And that's why I call our families the power behind the power. They can't do it without you, but you have to stay steadfast for this next year that they're gone. You're the greatest morale boost you can give them. So I love Skype, I love email, I love cell phones, but there's nothing like having that handwritten note that a soldier can tuck up into their helmet or tuck away in a pocket of one of their pouches somewhere that they can pull out at a time when they can't get on Skype or on email. So don't lose the power of that written statement, and make sure you stay in touch with your soldiers through multiple media and multiple sources. I know each spouse, mom, dad, you all are entrusting to us your most treasured possession. I don't take that lightly. But it's our families that carry that burden every day. And I give you my personal gratitude for the way that you do it, and for some of you, the multiple times that you have done it. I'm awed by your commitment of support and humbled by your extraordinary devotion. You know, special thanks to the Family Readiness Group leader, Pam Ashman. I don't know if Pam's here today or not. No. But she's your conduit to this unit. She's the one that'll know and will be communicating with the families, her and her team, to let you know what's going on and when things are happening. If you don't hear it from her, don't believe it to be true. It's only a rumor, unless you hear it through the channels of our Family Readiness Group. So family members, please have the confidence that your soldiers are well trained, and they're part of an army that is second to none. They're the best led, most capable army in our history. I also want to recognize employers, and I didn't get a chance to see, I ran in here at the last minute, if we have any employers here today, because certainly they serve today too. For them to sacrifice and have to fill holes when we pull our soldiers out of their daily jobs to go do this mission, those employers are amazing the way they step up to the plate and support our soldiers. So again, they aren't having to look back over their shoulder, wonder if they're going to have a job to come home to. When it's all said and done, the United States Army, the best army in the world, the preeminent land power on earth, is all about soldiers and leaders embedded in a sense of enduring values. Soldiers, you are part of America's proud heritage. You'll be writing another chapter in the history of the Ohio National Guard. You know, I thank you for what you're about to do. I will keep you in my daily thoughts and prayers. I wish you Godspeed.